Welcome to our Pranayama practice. So it's really important that we are comfortable. If sitting is a position that allows your body to be at ease, choose that. It can be cross-legged or even sitting on a chair, maybe lying down on a yoga mat. Really important that the body can be in a comfortable position. And as we're lying down, it could even be with bent knees. So there's tremendous interest in being healthy, and really important to connect to the more subtle aspect within, known as prana. Pranayamas are often considered to be exercises, breathing exercises. But most important first, to just know prana, or our vital force. And therefore we begin first to study our natural breath. So in this comfortable position, seated or lying down, for a moment, just being with our natural breath. It is a little bit challenging as soon as we become aware of our breath. We may tend to change our breath. So we're pausing. And we're relaxing, especially relaxing the abdomen, where we naturally hold a lot of tension. Relaxing here the muscles around the abdomen region of the body. So prana is the vital force that pervades all of existence. It is the most subtle, moving energy. It is within the breath. It is that life energy. We know that in an atom, there is very little matter. 90% is empty space. That emptiness is creative energy. So prana is emptiness, and and it has creative energy. It pervades all of existence. It is active and creative. Nature in all is manifestation, or considered to be prana. In Sanskrit, this is referred to Prakriti. So on one side we have nature and all is manifestation, or Prakriti. The moving energy. It is active, it is creative. Often also refer as the feminine aspect. And then on the other side we have Purusha, that which sleeps in the city is the translation from Sanskrit. It is consciousness. It is the seer. It is also referred as the witness or the passive energy, and sometimes refer as the masculine energy. In Sanskrit, Purusha. So Purusha, or consciousness, requires Prakriti or Prana, that active movement, to awaken. And then nature, or Prana or Prakriti, requires consciousness to know or see itself. Without consciousness, without seeing or realizing, there can be no transformation. So the two are complementing each other and integrated within each other. If there is free flow of prana, there is health. If there is blockage of prana, there is an imbalance or a dis-ease. Pranayama is the expansion and channeling of that life force. As we can right here experience directly and immediately, as we bring our attention to the movement of that breath, as we bring our attention onto prana, that vital force, that energy expands. the first step of any pranayama is to be with our natural breath. The primary source of prana is the sunlight. Therefore, in our yoga practice, we practice the sun salutation. It awakens the sunlight within us. A source of prana for us humans is the breath, is water. Maybe we can live a few minutes without breathing. Maybe we can live a week or so without water. Now, food, of course, is a source of prana. It has to be live foods, fresh, natural, as they have been given to us by nature, foods. Another source of prana is a natural and healthy habitat. If we are in nature, we are in prana. Being outside. All yoga practices are to free and increase the internal prana. Freeing the inside and also when we experience that prana, it expands itself. So it's a direct inner experience. It's not a theoretical or conceptualized experience of prana. There are 72,000 nadis or channels of prana or energy within the body. And the main channel is the Shushumna nadi or the spine. On the right side is the Pingala nadi, on the left side the Ida nadi. So therefore 2 nostrils. The breath for us humans is that first channel of energy. for prana. So here, feeling the spine, that primary channel of energy for the life force or prana. It is within the breath. The breath is the vehicle for prana, a life force. We're going to all come to a lying down position on our back with both hands behind the knees, making circles. And then circles in the other direction. So we notice the natural tension that builds up in the body. And that creates blockage for these channels of our life force. Take the feet as wide as the mat, arms along the ears, and from side to side. So these are known as windshield wipers. Turning the head opposite the legs. And here you can really feel your Shushumna Nadi, that primary channel for our prana along the spine. That's why a good posture is so important. That's why a spine that is strong and equally flexible is important. Feet wide, knees apart. Now position the neck, spine, pelvis to be neutral. Front and back of pelvis, spine, neck, same length. Right and left side, so the Pingala and Ida side of the spine, same length. And we're tuning into the most subtle movement within. Being first with our natural breath. Here, witnessing our breath. And relaxing any any tension that we notice along the spine, pelvis, neck. So we're softening the shoulders, releasing the abdomen, relaxing the pelvis, region of the pelvic floor. All the facial muscles can be passive, relaxing here, jaw, root of the tongue, now placing both palms flat on the lower belly. And as we're watching the movement of the breath, notice how the inner body expands with the natural in-breath, and the inner body softens with the out-breath. Very aware, noticing even the most subtle movements. And as we're doing so, with our attention on the breath, we can feel that the vitality, the intensity, the radiance of that sunlight that is inside of us, that is within the breath, is actually increasing. So that sunlight is always there. That internal prana is always there. And as we pay attention to it, as we channel and direct our attention onto it, that consciousness increases the vitality, the radiance of that prana. So the first practice is to be with our natural breath. And we can feel how the air flows in through the nose, down the throat, down into the lungs, and then out of the lungs and out the nose. So the natural breath has an in-breath and an out-breath. Those are the two main obvious part of the breath. There is an in-breath, an inhale, and then an out-breath or an exhale. As we're lying down on the back here, we can feel air flows into the lungs, and then the belly rises a little bit, the diaphragm is moving down. And with the exhale, belly softens towards the lower back, diaphragm moves up, and lungs are being emptied. The diaphragm is with the intercostal muscles, the primary breathing muscles. And it works like a bellow. It's the difference of pressure in the lungs that brings the air in and brings the air out. A wonderful first practice, conscious, structured pranayama or breathing technique is to be with our natural breath. First, we can do this lying down. And then here we're going to roll to our side And then coming to a seated position, it is definitely more challenging to do in a seated position. So find a comfortable seated position. And our second practice will be to do for 1 minute observing our natural breath in a seated posture. If it's helpful, we can close the eyes and just inner gazing. Opening the eyes. Gratitude for each of you. Please join me again very soon for more pranayamas, breathing experiences, and be well. Namaste.